He's like right on it. Oh, that whatever it was just shut down the drone. If that was a drone. Holy crap.
Hey friends, so let's talk about these plasma orbs that people are seeing buzzing all over the world now that are obviously going out of their way to be seen even more these days. We'll get into what they are, where they come from, and what they want. This is so fascinating. If you haven't had an encounter with an orb, you probably will. I've had several, and they're very cool. They're very magical, but they give you this feeling that they're natural. They're from here, okay? I call them ether dolphins because they kind of swim through the air. But anyways, there's this guy named Drunvalo Melchizedek. He's an amazing spiritual guru guy. He's been around for a long time, written some fascinating books. And in his, explorations down in Mexico, Mexico's a hot spot for these plasma orbs. Talking to this shaman named Carlos Diaz, and he got this kind of inside information about these orbs and their history. And what he was told is that there are these light beings that used to exist on the surface of the earth like 1,000,000 years ago. Just like humans. They were very similar to humans. And that they were going the same route as us, went very technological, got advanced, started kind of destroying the earth. And that at a certain point in their, development, they had this encounter with these extraterrestrial beings. They said this huge ship came down, landed, and these beings got out and told them what they said. They told them something about themselves. And the thing that they told them about themselves was so profound, it took their civilization 200 years to figure it out and to come to grips with what they were told. And when they did, they basically ascended into these light beings at that point. They didn't need their physical bodies anymore. When they did that, they moved inside the earth. Okay, that's where they live now. They actually live inside of our earth, and they fly around in what are called Merkaba light vehicles, and they have a completely open heart center. They're basically pure heart energy. Okay, and they live inside of our earth, and they're monitoring us, and they see that we're basically going through that same technological development arc as them, and they know what's about to happen. And they don't want us to have this whole 200-year kind of what's happening, what's this mean kind of sort of awakening period. They're trying to fast track it, so they're actually getting involved now and intervening and kind of, I don't know, becoming a part of this awakening process, as opposed to what happened with them, where they had this encounter with the ETs, were told this specific thing, and then it just sent them for a loop, and then their whole, their financial system and everything collapsed, and they had a whole bunch of chaos in between that period and them basically, turning into light beings, having this ascension process. And from what, Carlos Diaz was told in Mexico, they're interacting with us now because they want to assist. And that's what when people talk about their encounters with them, it's usually a loving, insightful kind of an encounter. If you remember Chris Bledsoe's book, UFO of God, he talks about one of his encounters with one of the orbs, and that, they change. They get bigger, smaller, and stuff, and beings can come out of it. And one of his encounters, a being came out of one of the orbs, and the being was described as a pure light being about the size of like a 5-year-old, with this black triangle on his chest where his heart would be. And, it's really interesting because the way that Drunvalo Melchizedek talks about these light beings, he says that they're pure light, that they're about the size of, like the gray aliens, like 3 or 4 feet, big heads, smaller bodies, but they're pure light energy. And that all they have is an open heart center, and all they want is basically to spread love and to receive love and to give love. And that's why they can only interact with certain people, because they have to be on the right vibration and stuff. And that's why they can't just come up to Earth, because we're not collectively at that state of that loving state where we can fully embrace them and interact with them. We're very still scared, fearful, judgmental, aggressive, those kinds of things. So they want to help us more than they can. They live inside of our earth. They're from here. They used to live on the surface. They used to be very much like us. They're like a very, very highly evolved spiritual light version of us. And they want to help us through this transition. This is all according to Melchizedek and some of the sages down in Mexico. But I just thought that was really interesting, because these orbs are definitely being seen a lot more now. People are seeing them with these drones. People are seeing them buzzing around their house, buzzing around everywhere. And I've had several encounters with them. They're really cool. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. And you don't get the impression that they came here from some other planet or something. This is not some interstellar vehicle. This is a natural phenomenon. They live here, they're from here. They've been here longer than us. And I feel like they have a vested interest in us. They want to help us. They see us in sort of like a child way, like they would be the parent and we're the child, and they want to help us. That's the impression I get. And listening to Drumbelow Melchizedek talk, it perfectly aligns with what Chris Bledsoe described. These light beings being almost like looking like the gray aliens, but pure light, pure love, exist or traveling in these Merkaba light vehicles that we see as just plasma orbs, and they reside inside of the Earth. And when they come out of the Earth, they're here basically to help us and to guide us through this transition period that we're going through, because they went through the same thing. So I thought that was super interesting. So let me know if any of that resonates with y'all, if y'all have any more information to share, and what you think about this. Anyways, have a
Ladies and
beautiful
gentlemen,
night.
we interrupt your regular programming to bring you breaking news. From the United States, where mysterious plasma orbs have been spotted in the skies. This phenomenon, reported over multiple states, has captured the attention of both experts and citizens alike. The orbs, described as glowing spheres of light, move with precision, defying conventional explanations. Eyewitnesses express awe and curiosity, with videos flooding social media, sparking debates and theories. Scientists are swiftly mobilizing efforts to analyze the sightings, urging calm while seeking logical interpretations. Authorities emphasize that public safety remains paramount. As the investigation unfolds, we will bring you updates on this captivating celestial occurrence. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the enigmatic world of these plasma light orbs.
Okay, TikTok, you got me invested in this drone slash orb slash plasmoid slash dirty bomb slash conspiracy thing. 2022, Forbes put out this article, U.S. Navy lasers creates plasma UFOs, right? And the idea of this is, I'm walking to the gym, sorry, is that the military or the Navy would shoot lasers into the air that would create these plasmoids of nuclear energy. And if there is an air attack or heat-seeking missiles into our airspace, it would attract those missiles, okay, and blow them up to avoid catastrophe. So this really could be maybe this. It could be just military experiments. They're testing out these plasmoids. It could be that, or is it aliens? I don't know. I still kind of feel that it could be something bigger than this. However, this is another idea or concept or conspiracy to put in your hat.